Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, no matter how much effort you put in, something unseen is just holding you back? Like there's a heaviness sitting quietly inside you, an ache, a stillness, a kind of loneliness that refuses to leave? If that feels familiar, then this video is for you. Not for someone scrolling by, not for the thousands watching in the background, but you, right here, right now. Because what if I told you that this very season of silence, this stillness, this waiting, it's not a mistake? What if it's not the universe ignoring you, but Allah gently calling out to you? You see, the pain you're carrying right now, it might actually be a message, a divine message meant only for you. But why? Why this path? Why this pause? And most importantly, how should you respond before this moment quietly slips away? Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to hear isn't just comforting words. It's a shift in perspective, a reminder that could change how you see this very chapter of your life, and perhaps your entire future. 1. A solitude. That is not a coincidence. There are nights, aren't there, when the silence speaks louder than any noise? You lay there in the dark, eyes fixed on the ceiling, heart weighed down, mind wandering, and then that familiar question finds you again. Why am I still alone? Did I do something wrong? Is this a punishment? Is this just how my life is meant to be? You reach for your phone, and there it is. Another engagement photo, another couple smiling, another announcement that makes your heart sink just a little deeper. And you wonder again, when will it be my turn? It's easy to feel left out, forgotten, like the world is passing you by while you're stuck in pause. But what if this solitude isn't what it seems? What if it's not a delay at all? What if this season of stillness is a divine appointment, a sacred time chosen specifically for you by Allah? What if this is not punishment, but preparation? A pause, yes, but not an empty one. A pause with purpose, a pause filled with meaning, because the truth is, Allah never withholds without wisdom. What feels like painful waiting is often hidden mercy, a chance to heal, a space to grow, a moment to be shaped, not for who you were, but for who you are becoming. In Islam, solitude is not emptiness. It is a classroom for the soul. It's where your heart is purified, where your sincerity is tested, where your connection with Allah is deepened, not in the presence of others, but in the rawness of being alone. And if you look closely, you'll see the pattern. Many people rush into relationships, not out of love, but out of loneliness. And too often, they end up even more lost, disconnected from themselves, and even worse, disconnected from Allah. Because when you run from your loneliness, you're not building love. You're building a fragile shelter on broken ground. And He gives you of His good things, cattle, sons, wives, and pure companions. And He multiplies you in number. Qur'an 42:11. This is His promise, but every promise has a process. Before Allah brings someone into your life, He wants to make sure you are ready to receive that gift, not just with open hands, but with a steady heart. Not perfect, not complete, but whole enough to know that your worth isn't tied to another person. Whole enough to stand strong on your own with Allah. So ask yourself, truthfully and gently, am I looking for love or running from being alone? Have I made peace with my solitude, or am I using love to escape it? Because there's a world of difference between the two. And remember, Allah isn't delaying your love story to harm you. He's holding it back because He loves you too much to give it before you're ready. He sees you. He sees the ache in your chest, the tears you don't share, the du'as whispered late at night when no one else is listening. He sees, and He's preparing something better. Not early, not late, but right on time. So for now, breathe. Sit with this solitude. Let it teach you. Let it shape you. Because your story isn't stuck. It's simply being written by the one who writes all things perfectly. 2. The test of the heart before the union of souls. Waiting can be painful. Sometimes it feels like you're being forgotten, like you've been left behind while the rest of the world keeps moving. But in reality, waiting is rarely a punishment. More often it's a test, not of the clock, but of the heart. Because in the stillness of solitude, a quiet war begins inside you. Desire versus discipline, impatience versus trust, loneliness versus love for Allah. And it's in that inner conflict that your soul starts to speak. You begin to see your true intentions. Are you seeking a partner to share life with, or simply trying to escape the weight of being alone? You see, loneliness isn't just an empty space. It's a mirror. It shows you who you really are when no one's around. And sometimes it exposes the parts of you that need healing before someone else steps into your life. Many people think they're ready for love, when really they're just tired of waiting. They mistake longing for readiness. But love, real, sacred, soul-deep love, isn't about filling a void. It's a trust, a spiritual responsibility, not something you run to just because you're tired of being alone, but something you walk into with clarity, with faith, and with purpose. Love isn't a quick fix. It's not a reward for your tears. It's not a distraction from boredom. It's a sacred journey. And it doesn't begin with another person. It begins with Allah. Because when your heart is anchored in Him first, you're no longer searching from a place of desperation. You're preparing from a place of peace. And that's why sometimes Allah doesn't send someone right away, not because He's withholding, but because you're still in the process of becoming whole, becoming aware, becoming the very person you want to meet. So ask yourself, with sincerity, have I truly built a relationship with Allah before seeking one with someone else? Do I fill my empty moments with quick distractions or with deep spiritual connection? Am I becoming the person I'd want to share my life with? These aren't easy questions, but they're necessary. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. The good men are for the good women, and the good women are for the good men. Qur'an 24:26. This isn't just a beautiful quote, it's a divine law. So maybe the question isn't, when will I find the right person? But rather, am I becoming the right person? Because when you focus on becoming, instead of just searching, you stop fearing the wait. You stop chasing what's not meant for you, and you start preparing for the kind of love that Allah Himself writes into your destiny. 3. The illusion of time running out, and then it begins. That quiet whisper. You know the one. The voice that shows up in the stillness when the world is asleep and your heart is wide awake. Why are you still waiting? Everyone else has moved on. Maybe Allah has forgotten about you. Look around. Marriages, families, milestones, and you're still here, still alone. At first, it's just a passing thought, a little shadow at the back of your mind. But then it settles. It starts to grow roots in your heart. And with each passing day, it becomes harder to ignore. You begin to question everything: your timing, your worth, your future. You start to feel like you're running out of time. But that, right there, is the trap. That's how Shaitan works. He doesn't come at you with clear-cut sin, not right away. He's more subtle than that. He starts with something far more dangerous: doubt, a whisper of fear, a seed of anxiety, an illusion that makes you believe you're being left behind, that maybe you'll miss your chance, that maybe this loneliness is all there is. And once that illusion takes hold, compromise isn't far behind. You start to consider what you once knew wasn't right. You meet someone who doesn't fully share your values, your deen, your goals. But you tell yourself, maybe this is good enough. You feel that tug inside, a small discomfort, a quiet unease. A red flag waves gently in your heart, but you silence it. I can't be picky forever. It's time to move on. But let me ask you, is that how you want to build your future? Is a life built on fear really the one you prayed for? Because the truth is, a rushed relationship might ease your loneliness today, but it could cost you years of peace tomorrow. It can pull you away from Allah. It can blur your clarity. It can drain your heart until there's nothing left to give, not to your partner, not to your future, not even to yourself. Marriage is not a milestone you have to catch up to. It's not a checkbox to keep up with society. It's a sacred connection, written by Allah and delivered when the timing is perfect. You might see couples smiling online, holding hands, sharing milestones. But what you don't see are the parts they never post. The silent regrets of those who rushed. The late-night tears of those who settled too soon. The broken spirits of those who mistook urgency for destiny. And Allah does not want that pain for you. He doesn't want you to settle out of fear. He wants you to choose out of faith. He wants you to trust in Him more than you trust your own timeline. What is meant for you will never pass you by. Reported by Al-Bukhari. That's not just a quote, it's a promise. If someone is written for you, they will come. Not when you panic, but when Allah knows your heart is ready. Not when the world says it's time, but when your soul is prepared to receive. Not early, not late, but right on time, Allah's time. So don't let the fear of being behind lead you into something that could break you more than this waiting ever could. Because what's ahead of you is better than what you've left behind, but only if you wait for Allah to unfold it. 4. How to respond to this divine call. If you're still watching, still listening, then deep down you know this message is for you. This loneliness you're feeling, it's not random. It's not a punishment. It's not a meaningless delay. It's a divine invitation. Allah is calling you through the silence, through the pause, through the ache in your chest. He's not pushing you away. He's pulling you in. But how will you respond? So many people cry about not finding the right person, but very few ask, am I becoming the right person? So many wait passively, hoping for someone to walk in and fix their life, without realizing this time is a gift, a chance to grow, to prepare, to transform. So if you truly understand that this loneliness is part of your preparation, then here's how you respond. 1. Strengthen your relationship with Allah. Before inviting someone else into your heart, ask yourself, is my heart already a home for Allah? This is your chance to build a foundation that no storm can shake. Wake up for night prayers, tahajjud. In those quiet, sacred hours before dawn, when the world is asleep, it's just you and your Creator. That's when the healing begins. That's when hearts soften, clarity arrives, and real conversations with Allah take place. Make sincere dua. Don't just ask for a spouse. Ask for wisdom. Ask for peace in your wait. Ask for trust in Allah's timing. Because sometimes, what we think is good for us isn't what's best for us. Pay attention to the signs. Allah might already be showing you the way, but you haven't paused long enough to reflect. Look at your surroundings, your tests, your blessings. He's speaking to you through them. So remember me. I will remember you. Qur'an 2:152. 2. Work on yourself. Marriage isn't just a romantic fairy tale. It's a merging of two journeys, two souls, two responsibilities, and most importantly, it's a spiritual path. Be patient, not passive, not stagnant, but patient in the truest sense, trusting that what's written for you is coming with every breath you take. Invest in your character, read, learn, grow emotionally, strengthen your faith. Don't just wait to meet the right person. Become the kind of person that someone else prays for. Let go of chasing perfection. You don't need someone flawless. You need someone genuine. Someone who wants to grow just like you. Who wants to walk with you, not behind, not ahead, but beside you towards Jannah. Indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Qur'an 13:11. 3. Let Allah choose for you. This might be the hardest, but it's also the most freeing. You don't have to force the story. You don't have to settle out of fear. You don't have to control every outcome. Take the pressure off. You're not behind. You're exactly where Allah wants you to be right now. His plan is unfolding, even when you can't see it. Open your heart to His wisdom. What He sends your way may not always look like what you imagined, but trust that it's better than anything you could have planned for yourself. Real love won't feel confusing. What's meant for you will come naturally, peacefully, and with a sense of clarity. No begging, no forcing, just divine alignment. And it may be that you dislike a thing while it is good for you. Qur'an 2:16. You're not in a void. You're on a bridge. This time alone is not empty. It's not meaningless. It's a sacred transition, a divine preparation. Don't waste it by filling it with distractions. Fill it with purpose, with worship, with inner growth, so that when Allah brings you that person, you're not just ready, you're grateful that you waited. A dua to recite. O Allah, grant me what is truly good for me. Bring me closer to the one who draws me nearer to you, and protect me from anything that pulls me away from you. His answer is already in motion. Patience is the bridge between your dua and Allah's response. So walk that bridge with trust, not fear. If you're still here, then something in this message touched your soul. Don't ignore it. This isn't just a video. This is your reminder. This is your wake-up call. This is Allah speaking to you through your waiting, your ache, your longing. So I'll leave you with one final question. Are you passively waiting, or are you actively preparing? Start today. Become the person you hope to meet. Trust the one who created your love story. before you even knew what love was. And if this message moved your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone else who might be feeling lost, forgotten, or behind. Remind them, Allah has not forgotten you. He's just waiting to see, are you ready to answer His call?